Fujifilm has had some very exciting cameras come out in the past year and a half or so, and this next camera is no exception. This is the new Fujifilm X-S20. Now, if you remember the X-S10 from 2020, this is the updated version of that camera. You get a 26.1 megapixel sensor. It uses a brand new autofocusing algorithm that allows you to focus on various subject matter like animals, airplanes, and vehicles. You can shoot up to 8 frames per second mechanical shutter and up to 30 frames per second in electronic shutter. Fujifilm wanted to keep this body of this series small. You have their XH series, which is the top of the line X mount, and then from that you go down to the XT series, which has more of the film aesthetic on the body with more dials and buttons. And then you have the XS series like we have here. As opposed to the XH series and the XT series, the XS series has a smaller body, one UHS 2 card slot, but it uses the same W235 battery. So if you happen to have an XH series or an XT series camera, you can use the same battery across those other cameras. This camera also has a really cool feature called vlog mode. You throw it in the vlog mode and then you start vlogging. The camera takes care of everything else for you. But inside that vlog mode is what's called product priority mode. So if you're someone who's reviewing products or showing something in your hands, but your face is also in the shot, the camera will prioritize the product instead of the face tracking. Moving on to video, you can shoot up to 6.2K at 30 frames per second, like we saw introduced in the XH2S. You can also shoot 4K up to 60 frames per second. You can shoot full HD up to 240 frames per second. And another exciting distinction we want to make with this camera, especially at this price being about $1,300 for the body, is it has the ability to shoot ProRes RAW or Blackmagic RAW. This Fujifilm X-S20, along with recorders like we have the Atomos Ninja 5, a high-speed HDMI cable, an SSD, and a battery, in a body that has a stabilized sensor and reliable autofocus. This kit, as we have it here, is under $2,000. And at the time of this recording, this is one of the lowest barriers of entry to shoot high-quality RAW video with autofocus and a stabilized sensor. And when you're finished shooting those high-quality RAW video files and you need to go back to shooting stills, it's very easy. Take the device off, unplug the cable, and you're ready to go again. If you want to make this camera part of your kit, visit any of our physical locations or online at bedfords.com.